everybody, it's Chrissy, it's Wootini over at gaygamer.net, here with another weekly video podcast. This week, I want to talk about DLC. Because when I was playing Batman, I noticed over in the corner they had a little notification that the Batgirl DLC was available to play. I think only right now if you had the Season Pass, which I am not buying the Season Pass, because I don't want all the other stuff. Like, I'm not going to want everything, so I'm not going to pay for everything. I would just get whatever little bits and bobs I wanted, which is probably just going to be the Batgirl mission, because I don't want any more challenge maps or any of that stuff, and I certainly don't want any skins, because they just look weird. Like, the Adam West costume, like, the idea of it, or the classic Batman comic book costume, like, the idea of those sound cool, but then when you actually see them in action, it's the same model, just with a new skin, so you have this huge hulking Batman wearing the weird-looking Adam West costume, and I just think it looks really stupid, and I can't play the game like that. That would just look weird. But I will probably not be buying the Batgirl. I mean, I'm still trying to finish the game. It's taking me a while. I keep getting interrupted by real life. Real life sucks. And also, this past weekend, I kind of played a lot of Splatoon again. I got back into Splatoon, so that took me away from Gotham City as well. But I will probably eventually get the Batgirl DLC, but I'll probably wait until it's on sale, because I don't buy a lot of DLC. I tend to find that the game itself is enough, you know? Like, I never even considered getting the Dragon Age Inquisition DLC. There are so many side quests and other things that I never got around to when I played that game. Like, why would I pay more money for more stuff that I might never finish? Although if I paid money for it, I would try to finish everything that was included in the DLC. But there's still stuff that I've already paid for that I haven't played, so I should probably do that. And then I don't have to spend extra money. But I will probably wait for it to be on sale, simply because I have bought DLC in the past. Like for an action-adventure game. I'll get to the rest later. But I remember buying a pack. I remember buying an extra mission for like Mass Effect 2, where you like infiltrate a party and you get a new character, and I remember playing it and being like, oh, that was it? Like, it was really short, and it was like $10, and I was like, okay, that was not worth the money. Like, it was too short, and I don't care about the extra character, because at that point they put out the DLC after the game, so I'd already finished the game, so the new character would only help me if I wanted to play it again, and then integrate her into my team somehow. So, but that's what they do. They always put out the DLC after the game, so you've probably finished the game, and then they give you DLC, and it takes place during the game, and it's just weird, and, you know, it just doesn't work with the story. But I just remember feeling a little ripped off, because the DLC tends to be a little pricey. So if they were going to give the Batgirl on sale at some point, then I would probably pick it up then. You know, like, half off. I don't know what they're going to charge for it, but, like, I'm certainly not paying any more than $5 at all. That's it. It's all it's worth to me. Because I know it isn't going to take long to play. Even for me, it won't take long to play. But I tend not to buy DLC because I find the game itself is enough. And like with Splatoon, it's not DLC because they're just releasing free updates constantly. Here's a new stage, here's some new weapons, here's some new gear. They're doing a huge update in August, in like next week, with a whole slew of gear, weapons, and they're even introducing new gameplay modes, so now you can play with just your friends and not complete random strangers on the internet, so that's cool. But it's nice because it keeps evolving, but they're not asking you to pay for anything, which is super awesome. The only DLC that I've really ever bought are those games that require DLC to play, such as Rock Band, SingStar, Dance Central, Lips, if you remember Lips. Like, those games, I mean, obviously, like Rock Band or Dance Central, you would buy the disc and it would come with those songs, but now they're kind of getting into a, like, free-to-play version, like SingStar and Dance Central Spotlight, no, that's $10, but SingStar is a free download, and then you just have to pay for the songs, which is great, because then you can just download the songs you want, as opposed to a disc full of songs where you only like about half of them. The problem with those games is that they live and die by their DLC. Rock Band, Harmonix has always been really, really good with releasing regular DLC updates. When Rock Band was in its prime, every week there was a bunch of new songs. You would get anywhere from 3 to 6, or, you know, sometimes more, sometimes less, you know, but it was usually on average about a half a dozen songs every week for Rock Band. You could pick a few, and you'd be like, I want this one and that one, you know. But there'd be a few songs every week. Dance Central would be, like, monthly, kind of. And SingStar, they used to be fortnightly, every 2 weeks. SingStar would have an update, and it would be a good update. They'd be, you know, chunky, you know, good 10 songs or whatever, but then it started to slip to every few weeks, then it slipped to, like, once a month, then it slipped to every couple months. Then they took time off because they were working on the PS4 version, because they were updating the whole game and releasing it on PS4. And since they did that, I think they've done 1 or 2 DLC updates, and, like, it's been months. And I don't know what's going on with SingStar, because that's the thing, is, like, the game still exists. Like, I can go play Rock Band, I can go play Dance Central, I can go play SingStar, but it's that regular DLC that makes you continue to play the game on a regular basis, you know? Like, since they stopped DLC for Rock Band, I've played it, like, twice. It's coming out soon. Rock Band 4 is coming out, and I'm very excited for this, and hopefully that will get back into the regular DLC, and it will maintain my interest in the game, and I will continue playing it. Because Dance Central was having regular DLC for a while, Dance Central Spotlight, on the Xbox One, but it has since petered out, and there hasn't been anything in a long while, so I've kind of got away from playing it. Like, I have all of the songs, and I can still go and dance to them, or sing to them, or play instruments to them, but without that regular DLC, you'll play other things and not go back and play those. Because you need to have that reminder. They're like, hey, there's this really awesome song, and then you go, ooh, let me dance to that, or sing to it, or whatever. And it keeps the game alive. I mean, like, in its prime, like, I was playing Rock Band constantly, Dance Central constantly, and SingStar constantly, and now I've kind of petered out because they're not keeping up with the DLC. And I don't need it weekly. I don't want to be ridiculous. Like, if Harmonix doesn't want to do weekly DLC for Rock Band, if that's too much, that's fine. Do it every other week, do once a month with a good chunk of songs, or if you want to just do, like, 1 or 2 songs every week, that's fine. But you need to maintain some kind of DLC, because without that DLC, the game fades away and then there's nothing to play. I mean, there is stuff to play, but it doesn't keep it alive. So, I am excited for Rock Band 4, although I am disappointed that there's not going to be any keyboards anymore, because the keyboards were the best part of Rock Band 3, and it opened up all new genre of music with the pop keyboard 80s stuff, but I'll still play the hell out of Rock Band 4 when it comes out. I'm not proud. I'm curious, how do you feel about DLC? Do you buy a lot of additional content for your games, or is the game itself enough for you? Comment on gaygamer.net or in the comments on YouTube, and let me know, because I'm very curious. I don't know if it's just me, but do you spend the extra money? I will see you back here next week, and we'll talk about something else. Bye!